Hi, thank you very much for clicking on to this video. So y'all, I'm just going to be speaking about this. I don't even know if it's a topic. I don't know what to call it or whatever, but I know for sure some of y'all could deal with this too, or have to still deal with this type of thing. This is like based off experiences, and I'm just talking about it because this actually bothers me. It's like I am a human being or whatever, so it's like in a way this does bother me, but it's like I can't even be mad because of like the type of people it be happening with. So but I had like a couple of days ago I had shared where I had this interaction with this girl, right, that was working at the store, and she decided to wear a bonnet to work, right? So ended up having to go back to this store, but it's like when I went there I had totally forgot, because I wasn't even thinking about that whole situation. I had totally forgot about it until I walk up to the door and I was like, okay, she got a bonnet on again in the store or whatever. She's working there today. Well, yeah, she was working there today or whatever. And like, I ain't really think nothing about it. I was like, okay, well, maybe she was just having a bad day or whatever. The same thing happened today, y'all, but something clicked for me. And for some people, you could be dealing with this type of thing, but basically I noticed that I recognized her because the first encounter, I couldn't really see her face because she was sitting down. Like when she's supposed to be doing like the cashier, she was sitting down, so I didn't really see her face. But in today, because it's like she really went out of her way to be rude to me again. And so I looked at her because I'm like, what is going on, and why is she going like doing all this, like making it be known that she's being rude to me? Because there was a woman, a Caucasian woman, basically in front of me getting checked out first. And it's like when her energy was totally different. That's how I know I'm not tripping, because at first, like the first encounter, I couldn't really tell. I'm like, okay, well maybe she just like that or whatever. But no, today she was kind to the woman that was in front of me. Like even her voice changed. Like her voice tone had changed. She's saying like, yes ma'am. I seen her even smile too, and I was like, okay. I'm just peeping it out. I mean, and I'm not expecting her to say anything to me or smile at me or whatever. But it's like when I stepped up, like when it was time for me to get checked out, I felt her whole energy, like her whole vibe had shifted. And that's when I had took a look at her, because I'm like, whoa, what in the world is going on? And so when I noticed, I was like, okay, I was like, she do look familiar, but it's like I couldn't pinpoint exactly where or how, or like, how does she look familiar to me? And so I see this guy, and I can't even make this stuff up, y'all. And I'm not even trying to be funny. This actually happened. But so a guy walks up behind her, and I'm thinking that he works there. But no, it's her boyfriend. And her whole tone, of course, her tone changed with him too. She's like talking all nice, like, And I'm like, okay, this is super weird and very interesting. But my receipt prints out, right? And I saw her take some paper, and I'm thinking it was my receipt. So I'm looking, but I saw where she had threw the paper in the trash, right? And then and she's doing it like very aggressively too. So I'm like, okay, not really sure what's going on, but I'm looking at, I was like, well, where's the receipt? But it's not even like I had an attitude or nothing. I was just like curious. I'm like, well, where's the receipt at? And she's like, it's right there. Like, you know how the receipt print out on the thing, and some of them be choosing not to hand it to you. But the last time she did hand it to me, but today, for whatever reason, it's like she was like, oh, it's right there, like with a whole attitude. And I'm like, wow. But I just find it very interesting to where certain people, because I was like, okay, well, if I recognize her, that means she recognized me. And for some reason that be happening to me a lot, to where I'll be, and this actually happened again today, to where I had ran across somebody that I was actually just thinking about. They recognized me, but it's like it took me a few minutes to recognize them, because they had said my whole name or whatever. And so I'm looking, because I'm like, okay, well, how she know my name? Because I'm looking, and I was like, oh, because she was giving me, like, she was saying like how she know me, and I was like, oh, okay. And I'm looking, I was like, oh, okay, I remember her now. But it's crazy how certain people be recognizing you, and it's like the whole time they got beef with you, or it's like they just really go out of their way to be rude to you. But I honestly don't know why. I can't even wrap my head around to why this girl was like really going out of her way to be rude to me, and I just find it very interesting. But I don't know why women be doing that, because I've seen it happen before, and that I've actually experienced that before, to where it's like somebody that I don't really know. It's like, you know how you hear about somebody, or you may know of them from somebody else, right? But it's like you never really met them or interacted with them. Whole time it's like the person feels some type of way about you, and it's like you don't even know. To me, that is like kind of disturbing. It's very disturbing to know that it's certain people out here that know of you, and it's like they feel some type of way. And I had mentioned that too, about monitoring spirits, because sometimes too people like to look on your social media, or they may know somebody that know you, and it's like they looking at your social media, they feeling some type of way, especially if you looking good or whatever, hair done, makeup done, nails done, like especially like with women and stuff, they be feeling some type of way about it. I don't know, because I honestly don't know why this individual was like really doing it. And to, like, a part of me, it's like I am human, but a part of me was like feeling kind of sad a little bit too, because it's like the fact that you have to deal with that type of stuff. And it's like I'm not it ain't like I'm out here sleeping with other women's men and stuff too, because sometimes they be the issue too, to where it's like a woman, like you may see a woman out or whatever, and they recognize you, and it's because you was messing with they guy or whatever. But ain't even none of that. That's all I be trying to figure. I'm like, okay. Because one time this person that I never met before, but it's like I heard about it. Like, I heard about them. We see each other for the first time, and this person's calling me out of my name. And I'm like, wow. And this is based off what somebody else been telling them. So a lot of, people like to gossip about people or whatever because they got some type of issue with you. But whole time it be like, it be like super petty, and half the stuff be lies. So where they influencing other people not to like you. And that's the type of stuff I do not like. But I know for some people you probably do deal with that too. It's like, and I know for some people it may not make you feel sad. It's like you may not care. But to me, it's like I really do feel some type of way about that, because it's like I'm a very kind person, like very friendly. Like I don't be messing with people. Don't be sleeping with other women's men or whatever. So it'd be like, what's really the issue? But I don't know. I just find it very interesting, because I don't let other people influence me on like whether or not I like a person, especially if I don't know them personally. That is crazy. And people need to be careful about that too. It's like you sitting around there got hate, or you got beef with somebody that you don't even know, and it's like the fact that they don't even know that you got some type of issue with them, but it's like you going out of your way to be rude to them, or to like slander their name or whatever. People need to be careful about it. And whole time it's like the person is like kind, nice. That's usually how it be too. It's like most of the time the people be minding their business. I just think that's very interesting. But that's all I wanted to talk about, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and go, but thank y'all very, very much for listening to me.